Je dois dire que les plateformes d'ONG au niveau national qu'international traversent malheureusement de nos jours des défis similaires qui sont des défis en termes d'innovation et de capacité à répondre aux besoins de services à offrir à leurs membres d'une part et d'autre part le défi de financement durable, institutionnel pour leurs organisations.
Today we see a lot of NGO networks and NGOs really struggling to access long-term predictable funding. Funding that can cover core costs, funding that would be renewable, funding that allows them to carry out some of the core activities of civil society, including capacity development, including work around advocacy and lobbying. In addition, we have a lot of challenges for local NGOs and national NGOs in particular that can be very practical. It can be challenges in terms of bringing the co-funding that might be required. It can be challenges around language, around the jargon. It can just be the bureaucratic heaviness of the requirements around calls for proposals and funding applications.
The core is our ability to diversify resources, and at the heart of that has actually been to call on our own resources, to look within the members of Interaction, their willingness to pay and fund us, and their willingness to have an entity that helps coordinate their learning, their advocacy, and so forth. We can get government money, but we've restricted it to a certain amount. We partner with foundations, but we design the programs ourselves in our partnership with them. And we look with other actors in terms of providing perhaps a service, but that service is ultimately for our members. So the end result here is a funding stream mixed up of membership dues, foundations, individuals, government, some corporations, some philanthropists, but the largest amount comes from our members.
Ongoing effort to always collect donor intelligence, be aware of the latest donor funding trends, have information on calls for proposals in a timely way and share them with our members. Secondly, we always work to be systems ready, so to have the systems in place to be able to capture that core funding, that funding for our programs, and also to deliver on the projects to the highest quality possible with quality reporting, monitoring and learning systems around that. A third axis of work is also on cultivating the relationships with donors, on building true dialogue that can build trust, that can build mutual understanding around our priorities.
I think that the institutional donors should fund civil society platforms, but they should still allow the platforms to have that flexibility to hold the government to account as well, and so that's quite a fine balance.
Dans un deuxième temps, je pense qu'il y a un travail de plaidoyer à faire vers les partenaires institutionnels pour que ces partenaires comprennent la nécessité et l'importance du rôle que jouent les plateformes pour leur accorder des financements institutionnels, gage donc de leur survie et de leur pérennité et pouvoir continuer le dialogue de politique et les services aux membres.
So we need funding for this ability of civil society to organize itself, funding for our ability to have a voice, and that needs to be done in a more equal partnership manner than has been currently done. One of the realities as an international civil society actors is that we are international. We're not alone. The reality of solidarity coming from overseas in any direction.
I think it's really important to hear examples of what other platforms are doing around the world, because while we have at the moment quite a strong financial base, that could very easily change, and hearing what other platforms are doing in different contexts can inspire us, can make a challenge what we're doing now, and can help us think so that we can future-proof our platform for the future.
Cet outil, s'il n'existait pas, il fallait le créer parce que les organisations non gouvernementales à la base ou leurs plateformes ont tellement le nez dans le guidon qu'elles n'ont pas suffisamment de recul critique et de temps pour s'adonner donc à des analyses et à la conception d'outils stratégiques pour répondre donc à l'épineuse question de la problématique du financement. Alors, en s'adressant à cette difficulté et en proposant un outil innovant, Forus répond essentiellement à un besoin fondamental que les membres avaient sans savoir où trouver la réponse.